I am going to help you completely eradicate procrastination. So, procrastination. We all do it, some of us more than others. If there's one thing I think we can universally agree on, it's the fact that procrastination is getting us nowhere. There really is no upside to being somebody who procrastinates. Now, you may have clicked on this video because perhaps you are wanting to start a business and you're procrastinating. Maybe it's something as simple as you want to deep clean your house, but you have been procrastinating for the past 6 months, like I have just been. No matter what your reason is, like I say, I think we can all agree that procrastination is our enemy. Over the last month, I have been trying out everything I can to stop myself from procrastinating, and I have made a real difference. I think it's only fair that I come in here and share with you what it is that I've learned, so that if there's anyone else out there who is also amazing at procrastinating, then maybe this will help you. So I'm going to be sharing 5 tips. I do have them written down here just so that I don't forget anything. But before we get onto that, I just want to give you a little bit of a backstory of where I've been and where I'm at now, so that you know that the proof is in the pudding. I have done it myself and it has worked. I have, for pretty much my entire life, been a wantrepreneur, somebody who loved the idea of working for myself, having financial freedom, time freedom, just freedom in every way, basically. Something has been stopping me. I did make the leap a year ago. I quit my job. It was a very well-paying job. Every single person in my life thought I was crazy for doing that, myself included a little bit, not going to lie. But I had a vision of what I wanted to do with my life and what I was capable of. And I knew the only way to do that would be to jump and take the leap, which I did. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that. However, procrastination. I have been a serial procrastinator for the last, I want to say 10 months. Bear in mind, my job a year ago. Luckily, I've had savings and I've been doing little things here and there to make money. So I've been surviving, but I want to be thriving. All those visions I had for myself, I want them to come true. In the last 2 months, I have managed to stop myself procrastinating. I've managed to actually do the things that I said I was going to do. And those dreams are starting to come true now. So that's why I want to come on here and share with you what I've learned, because my life looks completely different to how it did 2 months ago. And it's all thanks to the lessons that I learned that I'm going to share with you here. Okay, so number 1, if you watch any of my content on any of my other channels, then you'll know that I am a huge believer that identity is everything. If you are trying to become something or adopt a habit that is outside of your current identity, you are going to struggle, like really struggle. So number 1, you need to stop identifying as somebody who is a procrastinator. You are simply someone who has a habit of procrastinating. You are not a procrastinator, okay? So we need to eliminate that identity that you have. If you see it as simply a habit that you have, then that is something that we can break, and I can help you to break that. But if you identify as someone who at your core is a procrastinator, then that is going to be very difficult for you to change. Stop tying that to yourself. Stop giving yourself that name. You are just somebody who has a habit that you need to break. So number 2, you need to train your brain into being okay with boredom. It is going to feel uncomfortable. It is going to feel really strange to start off with, but you need to be okay with being bored. We live in a day and age where we have so much entertainment literally right at our fingertips, and our brains don't know how to be bored anymore. So a little thing that I've been doing is I have been every morning when I get up for at least half an hour, I will sit and I will do nothing. I know this sounds really counterintuitive when I'm trying to be more productive. However, I really have found that this massively helps when it comes to procrastination. If you can get yourself to be okay with being bored, then it means that those tasks that you're trying to do that feel like they might be boring suddenly don't seem quite as boring, and you're less inclined to find something else to do instead. Now, a second part to that is also to stop giving yourself easy hits of dopamine. Now, yes, that does mean less of the doom scrolling, less of those games on your phone that give you that quick, easy hit of dopamine. And instead, make sure that the things you get in life that are rewarding come after doing something hard. So if you want to doom scroll on your phone, clean your bedroom first. Have it as a reward that comes after doing something hard, something that you get really easily, and that will help to reset your baseline of dopamine. Number 3, You need to start focusing more on the outcome of what you're going to get after doing the task rather than the effort you're going to have to put into the task in the first place. So what do I mean by this? Our brains are there to conserve energy. So when you're thinking about a task that you have been putting off, that you're procrastinating on, chances are you're thinking about how much energy it's going to take to do the task. And your brain very easily forgets the reward that you're going to get after doing the task. So if I give you an example of deep cleaning your house, you are going to think about all the steps that you have to do in order to deep clean your house rather than the incredibly rewarding, satisfying feeling you're going to get at the end of it when you have a nice, clean, tidy house. Next time you find yourself procrastinating, sit there and say it out loud or write it down. Just remind yourself of the reward you're going to get out of the task and try your best to not think about the task itself and how much effort you're going to have to put in. Number 4, this is for my people that have a really long to-do list. Now, my to-do list for the last year has been extensive, especially because, as I say, I've been wanting to start my own business. There's all these things I've been wanting to do, and my to-do list has been insane. And when you have a really long to-do list, you will procrastinate. You just will. So this tip number 4 is to get through that to-do list as quickly as you possibly can. Now, I know you won't be able to sit there and get through it all in one go, because otherwise, if you could, you wouldn't be watching this video. But get through it as quickly as you can, whether that be ticking off 2 things every day for the next fortnight, whatever. Just make sure you get through that to-do list. And what needs to happen after you've got through your to-do list is you need to become the type of person who doesn't let things linger. If you've got something that needs doing, get into the habit of doing it there and then when it needs to be done. The way I see it is, and I know this is how it works for me, is there is a finite amount of space of memory, a bit like your phone or your computer, that you have in your brain. And even though you might not be actively thinking about your to-do list all the time, it's still there. And if you know there's things that need to be done, you're not going to be able to create space for new things, such as, creativity and the things you actually want to be doing in life. You need to clear that space. You need to clear that storage. It's a bit like when your phone tells you it's full. You need to remove those tasks. You cannot move forward without clearing up that to-do list. So get through that as quickly as you possibly can. I did that, and that was one of the biggest things that I did. Number 5, which is my personal favorite. Remember to be kind to yourself. I really, truly believe that if there is one emotion that leads to procrastination, it is guilt, which means that it ends up being a vicious cycle. If you say you're going to stop procrastinating and then you do, you're most likely going to feel guilty, and then you're going to procrastinate some more. So you're going to get stuck in this cycle. So we need to break that today. Take these steps that I've told you about. Watch other videos on procrastination. Find out what works for you. But most importantly, if you mess up, be kind to yourself. Simply acknowledge that you've done it. Move on and try again the next day. If you get caught in this cycle of feeling guilty because you haven't done something, you are never going to get out of it. So please be kind to yourself, okay? I would love to hear how you all get on after trying these tips. I will keep you updated with what's working for me. The last video that I posted got some really lovely comments, and it is incredible to see this community that I'm starting to build, and it gets me really excited for what's to come. And I'm also just really excited to continue sharing my journey of entrepreneurship with you and just letting you know the lessons that I learn along the way. If this kind of content interests you, then I would love for you to subscribe and join this little community. And I may or may not have been bitten by ticks while I've been sat here. So I hope the view is nice, because I have been surrounded by spiders for the last 10 minutes. Biting me. Joys of filming outside.